Welcome to the enchanting island of Crete, Greece, where ancient history meets breathtaking landscapes. Get ready for an unforgettable journey as we explore the top 10 things to do in this paradise. From magnificent beaches to rich cultural heritage, Crete has something for every traveler. Number 10. Feistos Palace, an archaeological site. The second largest Minoan palace on Crete after Knossos, Feistos is in a dramatic position on a rise over the Masara plain in south-central Crete. In Greek mythology, this was the home of Rhadamanthus, the brother of Minos. Feistos is the origin of the enigmatic Feistos disk at the Heraklion Archaeological Museum, and a settlement that existed in Neolithic times and reached its apogee around 1700 BC when the fourth iteration of the palace was built on the ruins of its destroyed predecessors. Number 9. Thalassarna Beach. Often ranking as the best beach on Crete and one of the best in Europe, Thalassarna Beach is on the west coast where the Grambusa Peninsula joins the mainland. There are in fact 5 separate beaches here, around a large bay that was a harbor in antiquity. The town's acropolis is on a promontory on the north side of the bay, climbing 90 meters above the water and with the remains of wells, cisterns, fortifications and a temple going back to the 4th century BC. The main destination for sun seekers is the centermost beach, which has a wide band of pale sand, bathed by clear shallow sea with only moderate surf. Number 8. Arcadia Monastery. Of all the memorable man-made and natural landmarks on Crete, none mean quite as much to its people as this monastery just over 20 kilometers southeast of Rethymno. Supposedly founded by the Byzantine Emperor Arcadius in the 5th century, the Arcadia Monastery rests on a plateau surrounded by vineyards, olive trees and oaks. The present architecture is from a 16th century makeover in the early Venetian Baroque style. In Ottoman times it was famed for its gold embroidery and an exceptionally rich library. Number 7. Chania's Venetian Harbor. The Venetians started building Chania's glorious harbor in 1320 and work would continue for the next 3 centuries. From the eastern end there's a mole, several hundred meters in length, leading all the way to the lighthouse, a symbol for the city. This was built at the turn of the 17th century and got its minaret-like form in the Egyptian period in the 1830s. The western part of the harbor was where goods were brought ashore, while the more sheltered eastern pocket was for shipbuilding and maintenance. There you can still find the terrace of dry docks and repair yards known as the arsenali, constructed from the mid-1400s to 1599. Separated from this row, the Grand Arsenal has had many different roles over the years, as a Christian school, hospital and Chania's town hall. Number 6. Balos Lagoon. A beach to rival Elephantsi, Balos Lagoon is equally paradisiacal and is one of Crete's most famous images. Balos is some 60 kilometers northwest of Chania and is frequented by day trippers by ferry from Kissamos, 18 kilometers away. The lagoon is wedged between 2 capes, Grambusa and Tigani, trapping a pool of shallow, turquoise water as beautiful as it is safe. If you make the journey by road, the walk down the rugged hillside is an experience of its own, and you'll turn a bend to be confronted by the lagoon fringed by white sand against the rocky mass of Tigani. Number 5. Rethymno Old Town. The third largest city in Crete also has what may be the best preserved old town on the island. Originally behind walls, the city's tight cobblestone alleys were laid out in the 14th century when Crete was in the hands of the Republic of Venice, and has held onto its Renaissance mansions, arches and Catholic churches. If one building can sum up Rethymno's tumultuous history, it's the Neret's Mosque. This started life as a Venetian church, before becoming a mosque for almost 300 years up to 1925. Now it's Rethymno's municipal Odeon, staging regular music concerts. Number 4. Maria Gorge. Walking this ravine the real way, from the Omelos Plateau is something that will stay with you for a lifetime. The 16-kilometer hike begins at a viewing platform at the bottom of a circuitous path and wooden steps, where you'll be bowled off your feet by the walls of rock that climb to almost 300 meters. On the way the ravine will narrow to a stretch named the Gates, or Iron Gates, where the gorge tapers to just 4 meters across. Look up as you walk, to catch sight of the endangered Crete, a kind of feral goat that makes light work of even sheer rock faces. Number 3. Elephantsi Beach. Often cited as one of the world's best beaches, Elephantsi Beach has to be seen to be believed. The beach is a nature reserve on the channel between the mainland and Elephantsi, a rectangular island famed for the pink sand on its beaches and dunes. The water between the mainland and the island is clear, shallow and lagoon-like, and often you can pass from one to the other on sandbars without getting your feet wet. There's an enormous natural pool where you can paddle or lie back and float in shimmering water no more than ankle or knee deep. Number 2. Heraklion Archaeological Museum. To fully understand the oldest civilization in Europe, look no further than Heraklion's outstanding archaeological museum. This has the biggest collection of Minoan artifacts of any museum, and has 20 rooms in chronological order. You'll start in Neolithic times, long before Crete's palaces were built, and in the following rooms there's jewelry, liturgical figurines, vases, weapons and armor. Whole frescoes have been transferred to the museum from Crete's Minoan sites, as well as the emblematic ivory figurine of the bull leaper from Knossos Palace. Number 1. Knossos. A few kilometers south of Crete's modern capital, Heraklion was the capital of Minoan Crete. Knossos is the name of a palace and its encompassing city, which had a population of up to 100,000 in the 18th century BC. The palace was built around 3,000 years ago and features in Greek mythology as the seat of King Minos, where he had Daedalus build a labyrinth to hold his son, the Minotaur. Knossos was affected by repeated catastrophes like invasions, earthquakes and the Theran eruption in about 1625 BC. It was excavated for the first time in 1900 by the British archaeologist Arthur Evans, who restored some of the architecture and frescoes. If you loved this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel content. Also, share this video with your fellow wanderers to inspire them to explore the wonders of Crete.